Hmm. The left knee, right knee. They revert to the original position. Left knee. I don't know. This could be like a lot of trying and retrying. Extend, rotate. Extend the left wing. Rotate the left arm? No. Oh, let's try following the same left wing, right arm. Oh god. Left knee, left wing. Right wing? Okay. Oh, it could be a circular thing. No, because we are missing an arm then. Left arm? Oh god, this is a nightmare. Right arm? Oops. A blinding white light suddenly explodes in your hands. Oh, what have I done? Hello? You see a cube with 2 arms, 2 legs and 2 small wings. Sprouting from its sides. On the front of the cube is an animated face. As you approach, the creature focuses its eye upon you. Hello? The creature focuses emotionless eyes on you. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to Rubicon. Oh god. The dungeon construct. Thank you for choosing Rubicon for your dungeoning experience. You may access Rubicon through this door. What is Rubicon? The creature stares at you without answering. What is a dungeon construct? I feel like I'm in that horrible Cube movie. Something like that. This is gonna be horrible. The creature blinks at you but gives no indication it has heard your question. Oh, God.
This is limbo, yet it rings of Mechanus.
This is limbo, and yet it rings of Mechanus? Tell me more, please. Express yourself.
What is your will?
Oh, I cannot ask him anything. Or
Hey,
usually Morte has something like, what should we do now? What should we do next? Oh no, it's generic. Okay, then we're... okay, there is... 2 places. You see a mechanical man with pale green skin. Although it is obviously a construct, it does have an animated face which is scowling at you. Greetings. The creature suddenly stops scowling at you and adopts a look of mock terror. It's the hero sent here, no doubt, to slay the evil one. Woe to me, the hapless construct on duty at the time of his arrival. What are you going on about? The creature places its hands on its hips and frowns at you. The plot, you dolt. Stick to the plot. How do you expect me to play my part if you do not cooperate? Where were we? It pauses to think for a moment. Oh, I remember. I was about to trounce you. Oh. Oh my god, we are going to die. It's gonna be horrible. I don't know, is this...
I hear your will be done.
Oh!
I will hear you.
Akon, I wanted you to use a spell or do so. Oh, what? We haven't slept? Yeah, I haven't been sleeping in a long time, have I?
Your path is mine. Damn.
Ah, yeah.
I'm here.
What about this thing? What is it? Creates 1/4 mirror images of self. This magical mirror creates duplicates of anyone reflected in the surface. The effect is similar to the wizard spell Magic Mirror. From 1 to 4 images are created. Each image is identical to the user of the mirror and may confuse enemies. There is a chance that an image will be targeted rather than the mirror user. Oh, good! That's perfect now, isn't it? An unreliable mirror. Why am I using that? Seriously? I think we have only one way to go. You see a mechanical man with pale green skin. Let's ignore him.
Done.
Oh, he doesn't want to be ignored. I suppose they just want to fight. There is something I'm missing in here, right? Hey! Hey! What are you? I'm the dungeon inhabitant that is going to attempt to kick your arse. It leaps to the attack. Okay, they don't offer. It is almost like a training dungeon or something.
Curious construct this is.
Yeah, you don't say, right? Okay.
Yes.
What spells do you have? You have a lots of healing that we don't really need now. Let's continue.
It is your will to die.
Did you see that?
I saw that.
How may I help? What you be wanting to know?
What are we supposed to do? I mean, we're probably supposed to go on. What about... Am I supposed to be frightened by that? It looks confused. It makes a feeble threatening gesture toward you. I asked you if I'm supposed to be frightened by that. It stares at you for a moment while considering your question. Yes, it's a sound indicative of a threat. I have included an appropriate gesture to add weight to the threat. Fear is the anticipated response which will give me the advantage in the fight that follows. Okay.
Might as well. Right.
First arrows I see.
Ready.
Like, OMG. The heads of these enchanted bolts have 2 long fangs curving out from the center. They look menacing and hungry. Ah, we cannot identify, and I cannot identify. Oh, the chocolate closet. Looks cool. It's actually alive, probably. Sweet milk chocolate. Mm.
I had to wake up from the dead in a place like this.
So, wait a second. Where do we go now?
Lord, I'm curious. What happened to your body?
Me too.
Me? I'm the head of Vecna.
Huh?
I
Vecna.
must be hallucinating all this.
Maybe. I don't remember where do I have to go now? Here? Greetings. What are you doing? It stares at you with its head cocked to one side, unsure of what to do. I am a dungeon inhabitant. You have intruded upon my personal space and must now face the consequences. Therefore, I am initiating proper attack sequence as follows. Grrr, sound, threatening gesture, and battle. Okay.
One foot in the grave, the other in hell.
Do your thing.
Oh,
we have another one.
Said that made death reject me.
Ooh.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
I'm so confused. Where do I have to go now? Does this ever end? My god, that was well done.
What?
I'm gone.
I think I'm missing something.
This is Limbo, yet it rings of Mechanus. All right.
There might be something I can do. There must be something. Oh, so all the rooms you've been in, they're kinda clean?
All right.
There must be an order for the doors. But I don't remember which one is the first one. Not that one. Okay, I got out somehow.
Done.
I don't even know how I did that. Hello? Let's go here. We can't go there.
I'm gone.
Maybe when we get in here, we are supposed to get out this other way around. Okay, maybe. Maybe that's it. So, how can I think this? How do I think this? I have no clues. The only thing I can do is just try. Every door. Every door. I have only one way now. Right? So I can't really... I don't really have a choice, right? Is this... No, right, I can't pass there. And now we keep having one. And now we still have one. But we never took the same direction. That's it. Now it changes. Now we have only one door. Maybe this is totally random, you know. I'm trying to find the logic because I naturally try to find the logic, but maybe you just have to go everywhere. How would I do this? And now I have again one choice.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
I'm going to randomize it. Well, there are different pavements, so maybe it's the pavements. The pavements do the trick. I know not. Okay, that was totally random. I don't even know how I managed that, guys. But it was pretty quick. You see a cube with 2 arms, etc. Greetings. Greetings, the creature speaks with a monotone voice. I have some questions. State your question. What is this place? This is the Rubicon Dungeon Construct project. What is that? The modern begins to emit a soft humming sound as it answers you. Rubicon. Project goal is to determine the dynamics, both social and asocial, surrounding the environment commonly construed as a dungeon, and to attempt to explain the aberrations that tend to occur in such environments. How do you intend to do that? Rubicon is capable of forming a series of rooms linked in such a fashion as to form what is commonly referred to as a dungeon. Each dungeon can have one of 3 difficulty settings: easy, normal, or hard. The dungeon is then populated with monsters, traps, and treasures according to the difficulty level chosen. After creation, the dungeon can be fully explored. The modron begins to emit a low hum. What about the aberrations? Queries to be answered. What attracts people to dungeons? Why do people often seek to enter them if they are places of such danger? Why are dungeons there in the first place? What are the dynamics of a workable dungeon? We do not understand. It pauses. I do not. You started to say I instead of we? The modron gives you a concerned look, then glances about the room. You are in error. We are modron. We are the whole. We will not discuss this. I know what I heard. You started to say I. Oops. I misclicked. How do I get out of here? The modron hesitates before answering. Exit unavailable. Project halted. The room is filled with a confused buzzing sound that suddenly stops. What project? What are you talking about? Who are you? We are Modron. Your name is Modron? We are Modron. We do not have a name. We are Modron. All that you see here are Modron. We are one. They don't need to tell themselves apart from one another. Come on. There is a pause, and the Modron considers your questions. Question: we know we are Modron. We are part of the whole. Just as you recognize the hand that is part of the arm, we recognize each part of the whole. What about you, the individual? The Modron looks confused and pauses for a second. A heated buzzing sound fills the room but quickly passes. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. The whole is Modron. There is no other. How do I get the dialogue? I'm retracing my steps. Okay. You started to say I. The Modron frowns at you. You hear a hint of anger in its voice as it answers you. No, we are Modron. We are part of the whole. We will not discuss this further. An angry buzzing fills the room, then subsides. I'd like to try one of these dungeons. There is a significant pause before the Modron answers you. Request denied. Project halted due to accident. What accident? Dungeon construct became unstable. Cause uncertain. Fail safes activated, causing dungeon to collapse. Cause uncertain. Portal lens malfunctioned, causing contact with the home plane of Mechanus to be severed. Cause uncertain. Reset of dungeon necessary. Then why don't you reset it? Reset can only be initiated by Project Director. Project Director disintegrated. Portal lens has malfunctioned and contact with Mechanus severed. Cannot acquire replacement director from Mechanus. Let me get this straight. You can't reset without a director, but you can't get a director without resetting? The Modron looks worried and begins to fidget. Assessment correct. Project halted. Look, I'm an adventurer and I've been through some dungeons in my day, probably one or two only. Why not let me be your director? The room is suddenly filled with a buzzing sound that just as suddenly subsides. Assistants welcome. You are now project director. Advise on next task. Reset the dungeon? Wouldn't it be a terrible idea to reset? Because I'm in it? The room is filled with a low thrumming sound that can be felt rather than heard. Collapsing existing dungeon. The sound rises in power until the floor begins to vibrate. Initializing new dungeon. The sound rises in volume until you think your head is about to explode. I would be terrified if I was there. Suddenly the room goes quiet. Reset complete. Dungeon construct status easy. Awaiting further instructions, director. Look at these things. Okay, he must be the chief around here. He's in the center of the room. Are there any dangers associated with Rubicon that I should be aware of? Yes, Director, do not become separated from any companions while in the maze. If the maze were to be reset or a new difficulty setting chosen, anyone left in the maze would be killed. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I see, I will not reform my party while in the maze.
Updated my journal.
Anything else? Yes, Director, do not drop items or equipment in the maze. If the maze were to be reset or a new difficulty setting chosen, any items left in the maze would be destroyed.
Updated my journal.
Anything else? He pauses to think a moment. No, Director. What is Rubicon capable of? Rubicon is capable of forming a series of rooms linked in such a fashion as to form what is commonly referred to as a dungeon. Alternate capabilities are available via the portal lens. What alternate capabilities? Rubicon can form a gateway to other locations by temporarily attaching itself to known existing portals. That's cool. This effect is known as a portal lens. This allows use of the portal from within Rubicon without traveling to the portal location. So if I know of a portal, I can go to its destination from here? Correct. I want to use the portal lens to travel somewhere? Oh. So now we can get out. But then what? So we can create dungeons here and maybe grind? I want to create a dungeon. But what happens? Well, this is nice and all, but can I re-enter in here if I want to? Yes, as long as I have the sequence of the modron arms and legs, I can do that, right? I don't remember it, but now we can exit. What are you? We are modron, we are quadrone. What is a modron? Oh, your race. What is a quadrone? Within our race we are identified as type quadrone. Okay. Your name is Modron? Okay, let's travel to a portal. I think I should continue with the game. In any case, if I want to go back here and have a dungeon, I will have it by myself, because I don't think that would be interesting to watch a series of cube where I kill stuff. Right? So, let's go to the clerk's ward.
All right.
I'm going to deliver this chocolate gift. It's Valentine's Day. I don't know. Will this episode actually happen on Valentine's period? The private ones. I'd like to buy something from the Sensate Vaults. Oh. No. I want to go to the private sensorium. Here we are. The mage expression curdles as he spies your approach. Unbelievable, you've chosen to curse me with your detestable presence once more. You ill-conceived, reeky sod. He pauses his haranguing to eat a small peppermint. I pray you've learned yourself some manners. I've brought you some imported chocolate as a gift. Oh, his demeanor changes in an instant. Very kind of you, very gentlemanly, may I see? That's me. Like, if you give me stuff to eat, I become very gentle. I appreciate being given food. Let's show him the closet. He takes it from your hands. Oh, quite rare these are, and most delectable. He bites off a large piece and tucks what's left into his tunic. Yeah, he frowns at you, licking the last of the chocolate of his fingers. Who told you to bother me with inane questions? He stares at you accusingly. Come now. What is it that you wish to bother me with? Or be gone? He fishes a malt ball from his sleeve and eats it. May I have some candy? Who are you? I am Quell. He holds up his hands imperiously, as if to stop you from introducing yourself. And don't bother to introduce yourself. You must be the most insolent, annoying pest this side of Sigil that I have heard so much about. You've heard so much? A true pleasure to meet you, and thank the powers it couldn't have waited until you had curled up and died, thereby sparing me the pain of being forced to banter words with you. I would gladly trade my formidable sorcerer's powers for but a minor enchantment that would pierce your thick skull and introduce at least the idea of manners. Could you teach me? Teach you? Are you even a mage? So if I was a mage, you could do that? Yeah, you could make me one. What about the chocolate I just brought you? He opens his mouth to speak, finger raised, then stops. You have me there, sir. He shrugs and eats another candy. What can you tell me about the Sensorium? You stand within the Civic Fest Hall in the exclusive, so very exclusive, until you shambled in, private Sensorium. Speak to the man at the Fest Hall's foyer, Splinter, should you have any more fatuous questions about the place. So, tell me about Ravel. At the mention of her name, he swallows the candy he's sucking on with a loud gulp, wincing in pain. What to tell? Why tell at all? Such things, such tales are best left in dusty books and in the attics of old men's minds. Evil, evil, such a name, and such dark tales swarm about it, like flies on a corpse. Well, just the same, I need you to tell me. He rolls his eyes, plopping another candy into his mouth. She's a night hag, my boy, who came to see you. All evil and cackles she was, alive with her shadow magic, ready to butt heads with the Lady of Pain. Barmy old hag, only succeeding in getting herself mazed. She's likely dead by now. Shadow magic. Yes, he seems uneasy about speaking of her. Ravel dabbled, no, not dabbled, but excelled in all schools of magic. She knew shadow magics of illusion and shadow substance, shadows, residues of dead things. That's interesting, shadows, right? How might I find her? How might you what? His candy rolls right out of his mouth and onto the tiles. Before you can so much as look at it, he snatches it up and pops it back into his mouth, giving you a dirty look. Okay, fine. I could be just the same though, so I understand him. Why would you ask such a thing? Are you mad? What could you possibly want with such an evil creature? She knows something about my past? Doubtful. She was mazed many centuries ago, gone. Penned in the dead book she is, and even if she were somehow still clutching to life with her blackened, bloody talons, what could she possibly know about you if she wasn't the spitting image of cackling evil, that is, and was even willing to help you? Well, I'll just have to hope she's alive and will help me. By Leish's 6 and her soul and tummy, what a flickering candle of hope hurled into the howling winds of pandemonium that is. Flicker, flicker, whoosh. Don't be any more the fool than you need be. Really, I must seek her out, whether she's dead or alive. So if she's dead, as she most likely is, then what is your plan, may I ask? You have everything all figured out, do you? Quell is just blowing words out of his pits. Nonsense, nothing. What do you plan to do if she's in the dead book, eh? Well, what do you think I should do? The first brilliant question you've asked me. I think you should give up this clueless idea of entering mazes and chatting with night hags and lope back into whatever crypt you crawled out of. Makes far more sense than fishing for the lady's anger, it does. Can you tell me how to get to her maze? Lunatic madman, adult cove, have you not listened to a word I've said? She's imprisoned in an interdimensional maze for trying to best the Lady of Pain. That means she's at least 10 times as barmy as you, and at least 100 times more powerful. She's also most likely dead. Dead, thrice dead. And if by some happenstance she isn't, she'll make you dead. I understand, but I really need your help. Can you tell me how to reach her or no? Quell goes quiet, chewing on his lip. After a moment he fishes around in his tunic for a mint, then plops it into his mouth. You're serious now. Why so serious? So batter-bent, so mule-stubborn. He sighs. Well, born clueless, die clueless, yes.
Updated my journal.
All mazes have portals, this much I know to be true. A way in, a way out. This is how the lady fashions them. I do not know the portal, its location, or even its form, but I am told its key is a piece of rubble. A piece of rubble? But if rubble is maze, then how am I supposed to... Ah, then you'll have to make do, find something that has rubble stained in it. Mayhap, that's all I know. All. Bother me no more about it. If you want to go pestering someone about something like that, go to the slating intellectual bursts. One of the ladies there is bound to have met someone or know something that will help.
Updated my
Well,
journal.
thank you.